Taurus, welcome to your reading. This is going to be a Celtic cross with clarifiers. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you guys are doing well. Better than well. I hope you're doing awesome. All right, let's get right into it. Spirit, angels, guides, ancestors of love and light, we thank you for your help today with Taurus's reading for whatever they need to know for the highest good. All right, let's see what's going on. Energies are fluid. Ooh, the Magician. You are in manifestation mode, and starting out right about there. There we go. And roles can be reversed, so take what resonates and leave the rest. Two of Wands is what's crossing you. Picking a pathway forward, manifesting what should you do in the future long term. At your foundation, we have the Five of Swords, winning at all costs. The cost of what? In the recent past, we have justice. Justice could be a marriage. It speaks about balance, making things right. In your focus, the Knight of Swords. You want to take some kind of action quickly. In the immediate future, the Hangman. But we hang back and we decide to take a pause and look at things from every single angle. The energy supporting your reading today, the Palace of Swords. The Palace cards are unique to the Sarah Marchetti decks. He invented the palaces as a place for each of the suits in the tarot to have a place to reside, so page to the king. And this is where we go when we need expert knowledge, where we need to do research, when we need to gain clarity. The highest levels of knowledge here, supporting your reading. The outside influence that you may or may not be aware of, the Knight of Coins. This is making things move quite slowly, feeling like they're at a halt. In your hopes and fears, assessing the situation. What's left? What do we have? What do we need to get to where we want to go? And the potential outcome, the Eight of Cups. Might be moving on, walking away, disconnection, being called elsewhere, perhaps. The overall energy of your reading, Seven of Cups. Speaking of picking out another option, looking at your choices here. Yeah, that's what your reading's about. The reason we're here, the Sun. This is a card of the ultimate happiness. It is the happiest card in the tarot, and it speaks to bliss and joy and success. It's a real power card here. Very nice. All right. Let's go ahead and clarify. This over a little bit more. I went too far. Let's clarify this Seven of Cups and the overall energy, looking at your choices. Options. Perhaps considering doing something different than what you've been doing. Well, we know you're considering it here. What does Taurus need to know about the Seven of Cups and the overall energy, please? All right, look at that. You get an extra one. You get an extra two. All right, here we go. There's confusion in the air. You are feeling stuck, not knowing what to do or which way to go, and you just keep repeating the same thoughts over and over again. It's one after the other of cloudy, foggy confusion. Okay, followed by, Two of Swords, more confusion. Perhaps you have closed your heart and you don't want to see something. Both of these people are blindfolded on the card. There's something you don't want to look at. Or perhaps someone is keeping something from you, but we'll see what else comes out. We'll learn more as the reading goes on. If I go with my feeling right off the bat, I feel like it's something you don't want to see. And we have the Emperor. He is in control, wanting to control the situation when it comes to the choices. You're confused about your choices. There's some that you don't want to look at. It's tied up to a decision that you might not want to make. And you trying to control things, calling in strategy with the Emperor. Five of Wands, there's conflict. Well, we already know there's conflict up in your head about this. Absolutely. Conflict up in your head, overthinking. And look at that, Seven of Cups. Spirit just said it is what it is. Whenever we get a clarifier that matches what we're clarifying, Spirit just said that's correct. You are really going over it, exploring all of your options, considering doing something different, but you're confused and you're not looking at everything. And this is your own doing here, your own confusion. If you refocus, you can get yourself out of this stuck energy, but you're really conflicted, I believe, with your own self. It could be conflicting energy with others, battling, arguing, but it feels like this is your own mind here, and you're just trying to control it, trying to control the outcome or the situation or something about your choices here. Okay, and the reason that we're here, the reason for these clarifiers, oh, it's tied up to a soul connection from the past. Six of Cups, somebody you have history with and share a lot of love with. All right, could be through multiple lifetimes kind of connection. Okay, I bet we'll refer to that as we move through the reading. Let's go ahead and clarify the Magician, what you're manifesting. This is how you're showing up. You have all the tools you need to manifest what it is you want. The knowledge, the tools, the resources, and the willpower. Show us the Magician, please. Why is it here, and what does Taurus need to know? The Hangman. Where do we see that? Right here in the immediate future. You are observing what you want to manifest. You're looking at things from all angles. You're in the middle of this journey. You've left an old idea behind. You're heading someplace new, someplace calmer. And the Empress. Towards balanced energy, Taurus. This is your major arcana card, one of them. And she's the most creative, nurturing, and balanced energy of all. And extremely attractive. Okay, the reason we're here. Nine of Pentacles. You are single right now. You are perhaps trying to manifest a new direction in your life, trying to pick your next choices. You're doing just fine. Your garden is lush. You have a lot going for you, a lot of stability, whether you realize it or not. You may not feel like it with the confusion, but you do. You have it. You got it going on. You're grounded, and you're feeling pretty good in your own single energy, and should enjoy that. You know, it's funny because we're always looking for something else, right? So if we're single, we feel like we want to, be attached. But this says enjoy this space, because it's a beautiful place where you're at. But you want to manifest something different. So you're leaving the old behind and you're moving on, but you're taking the time to pause so that you can be in your most balanced energy and continue to head towards that Empress energy. Yes. Excellent. Which is you empowered. The perfect match to the Emperor over here. See, we're already referring back. Empowered, in control, creative, creating and manifesting, nurturing, grounded, attractive. Two of Wands crossing you at this point. So this just says that we are contemplating the future long term. Which path should we take? What does Taurus need to know about the Two of Wands, please? Four of Wands. Yeah. You're single, but you're heading in this direction, contemplating the future, having to do with a stable relationship. You'd like one, perhaps a marriage, A committed relationship doesn't have to be, but it's definitely a relationship, and a stable one at that, that you are interested in here. Endings and transformations. Five of Swords. Where did we see this? It's down here in your foundation. We're going here next to clarify this card. So this says you want to win at all costs. In other words, you want to pick the best direction to end an old way of how you were in relationships and transforming into something more stable for yourself. Perhaps you do want to be single. Perhaps that is your goal. At first it looked like you were looking for the relationship, but maybe not. Or maybe these are just different choices you are considering which path to take. And we're here because of a soul connection again. Wow. This is a partnership, two people coming with their love cups and figuring it out. Yep. Perhaps you're looking for your new soul connection, ending one, looking for the next. That could be it. Yep. All right, let's go ahead and clarify the Five of Swords at your foundation. Sort of the reason for how we've come to this energy, this situation. This may have been going on your entire life, but whatever it is supporting and has sort of gotten you to where you are now. Winning at all costs. The idea of, I don't care what it costs, I just want what I want, and I'm willing to sacrifice to get there. Sacrifice what? Why is the Five of Swords here, and what does Taurus need to know, please? There it is, another card of winning. This is the Six of Wands, victory and success. Celebrating your victory, feeling good. And other people see it too. You want to be recognized by others that you're doing it right. And Two of Wands, repeating energy, Two of Wands, contemplating your pathways. Successful on your pathways, victorious on your path. Yes. And the Lovers. We keep seeing these connection cards that are tied up to your heart, like a tattoo on your heart. They don't go away even if the soul connection parts ways. They stay with you. They stay with you on your heart. You want to pick the right relationships moving forward. A winning relationship, one that is everything that you want and that lasts. And you're willing to do whatever it takes to find it. That's what this is saying, and it backs that up as well. It's something you've been doing for a long time, though, Taurus. And you're doing it again. That's what this says. And the reason we're here, Page of Swords, there's something about this that we need to take a closer look at. There's more to learn about this behavior, this attitude. The Five of Swords is an attitude of, I don't care what it takes, I want to win at all costs. It's a little bit of a card of ego. Okay, a lot ego. It's all ego, all right? It's ego. It's an egoic type of card. All right, interesting. You know, before we go further, I'm feeling called. Let me pull a fresh deck here. I want to clarify the Five of Swords, but this one's clarified, but this one can have some extra clarification. And since they mean the same thing is what Spirit is showing us, I'd like to ask Spirit for you, Taurus, what are the costs? Since this is repeating type of energy, like a pattern that has been in your life for a long time, what are the costs, Spirit? The costs of the Five of Swords. What are the costs? little mini deck so we have room to splay it out. Five of Swords on the Two of Wands. Show us the Five of Swords. What are the costs, Spirit? What does Taurus need to know about the costs? Aha, look at that. The Lovers again. It was the very most recent card that just came out. The Lovers, and here it is. At the cost of important connections. You don't care. You want to find the right one. There's justice. We're clarifying that next. To bring in the balance, to make things right. Perhaps to have a marriage. And the Page of Cups. You're hopeful about this. So this isn't really showing us the cost so much as it is the desire of why you want to win so badly. You're so hopeful about this. Your heart is open. You feel like you need to find this this balance in these connections somehow. A marriage, a happy relationship, a committed relationship. Ending one and transforming to move on to find the next one when one doesn't work out. Okay, and the reason we're here, King of Wands. Yeah, you're determined in your actions. This is a very important decision to you that you want to master in your life. I want to master a committed relationship, one that sticks, one that stays in the perfect balance. Where's my match? Where's my perfect match that stays? Alright, that's what we got. You're determined for that, for sure. Alright. I'm glad we took a look at that. Which it was telling us, take a closer look, there's something to learn. So not so much what you're sacrificing, but my question is, where's the work in between? If you go from one failed relationship that you were counting on, a committed relationship, and move to the next when you become single, where is the work in between? Is it just going from one to the next? Well, that one didn't work out. Next. That kind of thing. Because then we're just going to keep ending up with the same scenarios. Let's look at justice in the recent past. Could be a marriage in the recent past. Let's see what cards come up, please. What does Taurus need to know about the Justice card in the recent past? One, two, three, four. Four of Cups. There's been a lot of disappointment when it comes to that. Pretty upset how things did not work out. Broken hearts. Oh, so much broken heart. You felt this deeply. Crying buckets. That's the truth. That's the truth. It's an opportunity for clarity here. Did you take it? Ten of Wands. I don't think so. It was too much of a burden. It was too hard. You didn't want to get the clarity on it. It was just too hard. I think that may be why you just move on to the next. Perhaps. That's the sense I get. The reason we're here, the Chariot. Yeah, moving on. This is the fastest vehicle in the tarot, as opposed to the Knight of Coins coming up later in the outside influence that you may or may not be aware of. The slowest card in the tarot. But we're here because of the fastest card in the tarot, that is the vehicle to victory. It is owned by the Empress and the Emperor. Anyone can drive it, but your cards happen to own it. And it's all about moving on very quickly and getting to your goal very quickly. It's all the determination and willpower you can muster up to get to victory in the fastest way possible. Yeah. So there was this opportunity to get clarity and something around this failed and sorrowful, I think, marriage that didn't work out. But again, Ten of Wands, it was too hard. You didn't want to do it. You didn't take that sword. And instead, you chose to move on very quickly. Let's just go. We'll find another one. We'll reach our goal. All right, that's exactly what's showing up. Okay, let's look at the Knight of Swords. Speaking of moving on quickly and taking action, that's what that Knight of Swords wants to do. It's in your focus. Why is it here, Spirit? What does Taurus need to know about that Knight of Swords in their focus? Ooh, King of Pentacles in reverse. In the upright, he's the master manager of his manifestations. But in reverse, he's feeling out of sorts. Not mastering those manifestations. Five of Pentacles, feeling out in the cold. Feeling lack. Do I have it? Do I have what it takes? Do I have enough? Am I enough? It's a card of low self-worth and our own fears that make us doubt ourselves. Feeling lost, out in the cold, and abandoned, forsaken, forgotten about. Aww. I'm sorry, Taurus. My heart feels for you right now. And we have the moon. There's more yet to be revealed. We're not seeing it all. There may be buried emotions attached to this. There's some kind of secrets or buried emotions or something that is not being revealed as we rush on out of sorts, feeling lack. There's something we can't see. There's something you can't see when it comes to this. Maybe this tarot reading gives you the bird's eye perspective and the words used here. Maybe it's something, as I am drawn to come back over here to the overall energy of your reading, maybe again it's something you don't want to look at. It's keeping you stuck. You don't want to see it. The blindfolds are on. You don't want to see it. You don't want to take the Ace of Swords. It leaves you in the Two of Swords around decisions. Eight of Swords, stuck energy, repeating the choices, options, repeating them. Trying to control the situation, but that's the conflict. You can't control something that you're refusing to look at. You can't get past it. You can't heal it. All right. I hope that makes sense. Well, it will to the right person. I trust that. If it doesn't, it's not your reading, but you want to at least ask yourself the question, if you're going through some of this, if some of this resonates, is there something that you haven't wanted to look at? Have you just moved on quickly to find the next thing without the examination of what is contributing to the failure of the commitments, of the marriages, of the, because we can blame it on the other person, but we have a part in it too. So you got to look at all of that, or why we keep choosing the same kind of person, or whatever it is. It could be a myriad of things. The reason we're here, Nine of Swords, the reason for those clarifiers. Nine of Swords, this is stress and anxiety, and you don't like the way you feel about this at all. Of course not. Yeah, nobody would like feeling like the King of Pentacles out of sorts, King of Pentacles is one of your court cards. You're supposed to feel masterful of your manifestations and stable and grounded and good with your resources and, masterful in all of those decisions of the things that you manifest. But you don't feel that way. You do not. And from that state, you're looking for your next marriage, your next committed relationship. So the state that we're in, the vibration that we're carrying is going to just attract more of the same if we don't change that. And right here, it's nine swords. It's one more than the eight. It's just thought after thought after thought. You think about these things at night when you're alone, when you're going to sleep. You might even dream about it. It doesn't feel good at all. It's anxiety about the situation. Am I going to be alone for the rest of my life? Am I not going to have that special, committed relationship kind of worry? Since that seems to be the subject. Okay. We're going to move on. Let's look at the Hanging Man, because in the near future, immediate future here, this says that you are taking a pause from taking action. You're now taking a pause, and you decide to not take any action, and you decide to look at things from all angles. So this is the first time we're seeing you really stop and take a look at things. Yeah. And you know what? The rest of your cards look like very good. Halting, stopping, slowing things down, going to the Palace of Swords, assessing the situation. You start to really take a look at it here. All right, let's see what's going on. Hangman in the immediate future. Looking at things from all angles. What does Taurus need to know, please? Queen of Wands, very attractive energy. Let's see what else comes out. High Priestess. This is your intuition. Holding on tight. I don't think these are your intuition and attractiveness. I think these are two different people you are looking at. You're not. You're not. I thought you were going to take a look at yourself. And these are people, I believe. High Priestess is Pisces energy. Queen of Wands is fire sign energy. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Perhaps. Could be, because the only reason I say that is because the Four of Pentacles here. You're holding on tight. It's like you're holding on to these people, the memories of them or something. Perhaps you've had both of them in your life. Okay, so that's one angle to look at it. Give me a minute. Let's explore another option here. Observing what type of person you're attracted to, listening to your intuition. You like redheads? Attractive, confident women, very sexy, very passionate, very, very passionate women or men. Sex on the card doesn't matter. So, very passionate partners. Uh, Listening to your intuition, observing, holding on to what you like. Why would you be observing that? You already know what you like. Holding on to what you like, observing it, looking at all the angles of the type that you like. Is that it? Let's look at the underlying, the reason we're here. Nine of Cups. Yeah, for your own personal happiness and satisfaction. That's what you're observing. You're observing what you like that makes you happy. You're holding on to it. You're like, hey, this is the type I like. I'm sticking with it. You like the intuitive type. There's a certain amount of intelligence you see in that. Someone who almost just knows something because they just feel it, they know it. And there's a certain confidence that you find in that, a certain sexiness that you find in that, a certain attribute that you really, really like about that. This just says you know what you like and you're sticking to it. That's the only thing I see you observing here. Observing how you hold on real tight, how you don't want to let go of it. Perhaps the Four of Pentacles, that aspect of, I'm not letting go of this. I want what I want, and I'll keep going from one to the next until I find one that sticks. Is that it? You keep picking the same types. Is that what this is saying? I don't know. That's what we got. Take it if it fits, leave it if it doesn't. We're going to move on. We're going to look at this Palace of Swords, go into the experts to gain the knowledge, do the research, and get the truth. Let's get the truth, the honesty, the clarity, and you probably just want to get the knowledge of how to get your type. Where are they? Where is he or she? I don't know. Let's see what the palace is here. The Palace of Swords, why is it here for our Taurus friends? What do they need to know about the Palace of Swords? In order to get balance, fairness, equanimity, everyone on the same page, someone that wants what I want. The Knight of Wands. Show me how to get there quickly. I'm ready. I'm ready to go now. I'm feeling antsy. I'm running out of time. I gotta go. I want this. Knight of Wands. Ace of Wands. How can I take the bold and courageous action to transform? It's an opportunity here, but you're going to the palace to find out how to do this. How do I take the bold and courageous action to transform? How do I change? How do I change from this way I've always been? How do I do it? How do I do it? Because it feels so friggin' hard. 10 of Wands back there. Wow. And the reason we're here, Page of Swords, because you're taking a closer look. You're coming here to the palace to learn. You're getting out your magnifying glass here when you go to the palace. I didn't think so with the first couple cards, but when the Ace of Wands came out, wanting to know how to take the transformative action, that tells me you know you need to change something. You don't know what it is, though. So you're going to the highest levels of knowledge to find out. The experts. All right. Knight of Coins, the outside influence that you may or may not be aware of. Knight of Coins. Why is it here? Things slowing down, perhaps coming to a halt. I know it doesn't look like it by the artwork on that card. He looks like he's in his high-ho silver and getting ready to take off, but he's not. I guarantee you when those hooves hit the ground, they just come to a complete stop. They don't go anywhere. That's what the Knight of Pentacles does. It's one of your court cards, Taurus, because you have all the patience in the world to move slowly at something, and even though you might not look like you were doing it in relationships, perhaps moving on, here you slow down. The outside influences here coming in for you to slow down. Slow down about what? About this, about communing with others in good times in love. Slowing down. Coming to a halt. Slow it. Let me slow this roll that I've been on, is what you're saying here. Yes, Queen of Pentacles. Excellent. Another one of your court cards. And this one is all about self-nurturing and self-care. Self-healing, self-love. Good. And strength. You're telling me this is hard to do for you. Yeah, I'd say so, because since your very foundation, which could be since the day you were born kind of thing, what you witnessed as a child growing up, and how you learned to be when it came to relationships. Oh, this commitment didn't work out? We'll just quickly move on and find another one without looking at what the heck happened and what do I need to heal. But over here, Queen of Pentacles is very nurturing and very healing and very self-loving and just starting to take care of yourself. Slow down. And with strength, again, it's hard. This is all about taming the inner beast. She couldn't sit here best friends with this lion unless the energy was perfectly understood between them. They both understand each other's energy. That's how they communicate. And the energy is calm and tame and trustworthy because the inner beast is tamed. In other words, all of the feelings of Four of Cups, Five of Swords, that kind of thing, Five of Pentacles, King of Pentacles upside down, all those icky feelings they're not here, right here. And when things become calm, the ease shows, everything lightens up. And that's what that Queen of Pentacles is doing. She's lightening it up, easing the energy, healing it, nurturing it, supporting it, slowing everything down, not concentrating on communing with others, but healing ourselves. And it takes time, and it's not easy, but you've called in strength, and that's helping you do it. Strength in the Queen of Pentacles is helping you do what you need to do. All right, good. The reason we're here, the Knight of Cups, this is all about expressing our emotions. I think you're getting honest with yourself about what you want to express and what you're feeling, and that is hard. That is very, very hard, especially if you've gone your whole life in one direction. All right, let's take a look at that Seven of Coins and your hopes and fears. Assessing the situation. What's here versus what I want. Where am I at? What do I need to get to where I want to go? Assessing the situation. Seven of Coins. Why is it here? What does Taurus need to know? King of Cups. Very nice energy. We are balanced in our emotions. No matter the turbulence going on around us here, we are calm, cool, and collected, in touch with our emotions, but not reacting, just responding, sitting in them, feeling them. Queen of Swords, she makes a declaration. She says, this is what's required. This is how things have to be. All right. And the Two of Pentacles. You're going back and forth. Back and forth. Rules, boundaries, emotional balance, mastery of emotional balance. Rules, boundaries, requirements with clarity. You're figuring it out. You're figuring out what's needed. As you sit with your emotions, you go back and forth about a decision that you want to make, about these two energies, back and forth, juggling, keeping the balls in the air just fine, keeping the stability going. The waters are rough, things are turbulent, but you're doing okay. You're doing okay. You're doing more than okay with the King of Cups. Yeah. Setting new rules, setting new boundaries, setting new limitations for yourself, setting new requirements for yourself, it looks like here. Okay. And the reason we're here, well, there's that thing we want. That Ten of Cups, that happy family, that union, the blessings from above on the homestead of the family that I want to share love with and have all of my love cups filled and all the joy and the happiness, which reminds me, the sun, the overall energy of the baseline of your read, the ultimate joy and bliss and success of what you're looking for. Yeah, this is important to you. I'd say so. It's the running theme of the entire read. Setting new rules, setting new boundaries, standing in your mastery of your emotions and calm and grounded. Okay. Let's look at the Eight of Cups. Now this is disconnecting from our emotions a little bit, or at the very least we're walking away from something. There's 8 cups. We want 10. 8 is not enough, so we turn our backs and we move on because we're being called someplace else. Perhaps you're still in a relationship. It just doesn't feel like the Ten of Cups. You're disappointed. That could be it. In the recent past, we do have the disappointment card, the heartbreak card, clarity is too hard to look at card. But over here, you're turning your back and you're moving on. Now, this is the potential outcome. It's potential because it's up to you. The cards don't dictate what's going to happen unless you stay on this path. This is just the likely next thing. It is up to you how you handle it. Let's look at the Eight of Cups. Why is it here? What does Taurus need to know? Eight of Cups is not enough. Look at that. Page of Pentacles. Making the initial investment and turning your back on these 8 cups. It's painful. It's painful to do. It's painful for you as the one walking away, and it's painful for those involved that you might be walking away from, if you are in fact involved at this point. If you're not involved, this could just speak to walking away from those relationships that you realized never had enough to begin with. They were only 8 cups and you want the 10. So that could be another way to look at it. But the next card is the Page of Swords. We've seen this multiple times already. There's something to learn here and take a closer look at. And there's the King of Wands, perfect match to the Queen, the one that you are so attracted to. But the King of Wands makes masterful action. He is confident in his actions that he takes. He's determined and confident and masterful in his actions. Making the investment to walk away from something that is not enough. And there's more to learn. There's more to learn about this. More to come with that Page of Swords. As a matter of fact, I want to look at it and see if Spirit has anything else to tell us that would be beneficial for you to know. Why can't I straighten this out? Okay, there we go. The reason we're here, Temperance, calling in the angel of balance and healing. These are things done in moderation. They take time and patience, which you are the king and queen of patience, Taurus. Of all the signs, you are the most patient at doing something or waiting for something, or if it's important to you, you're patient. But balance and healing, moderation, taking our time, walking away brings balance and healing, but it takes time. Making the initial investment in this when you decide, you know what, you're a great person, but this just isn't working out. It's just not enough for me. I'm sorry, I gotta move on. Looking back over here, it's a decision you don't want to make. You don't want to look at something, but it's looking like you looked at it over here. You slowed things down. You assessed, and you said, I need some new rules. I have some new requirements. What? 10 of Cups. What do I have? 8 of Cups. Well, gotta go. Alright. Let's go ahead and look at that Page of Swords and see if Spirit has any more that you could glean from this. Why is the Page of Swords here on the 8 of Cups? Get ready. There's more to learn. What can Taurus know, please? Page of Swords on the 8 of Cups. Knight of Wands. Let's see what else comes out. 3 of Pentacles. Building, rebuilding, coming together with others to make plans. You're feeling antsy here. You're feeling antsy. You want to come together and rebuild some stability here. Antsy, like, like, I gotta do something. I gotta do it now. It's like you feel uncomfortable, is what this is saying. In other words, this walking away is going to feel uncomfortable for you. Yeah, naturally, it's not something you normally do. It's like You stay in stuff that isn't really for you, and then when that committed relationship doesn't work out, probably due to the other person doing something that breaks your heart, that brings in the sadness, you're like, what, I was here, I was all in, I was committed, but it really wasn't for you. And so when you decide to walk away from something that's not for you, it's not enough for you, it's really hard to do. And even though it's a masterful action and you're just starting to make the initial investment of learning how to do this with the Page of Pentacles, clarifying that Two of Swords, so far, you get one more card, but so far it's saying that you're. I'm sorry, I said I saw the squirrel taking things to build a nest right outside the window. It's probably just out of camera view, but that squirrel's hard at work out there. We have, that Knight of Wands is, oh, I gotta do something, I gotta take action, I gotta do it now. You feel that fire in your belly to do what? To Three of Pentacles, to come together with others, to make plans. In other words, your natural inclination is to go right back into, remember we saw the Chariot over here as the underline, go right back into hurry up, let's move on, next. Oh, good. But look what shows up. Your court card right here, Knight of Coins, but you slow it down. You halt, you recognize it, you take a look at it. One, because it's here in the reading, and two, you're going to recognize when you feel uncomfortable about walking away and being on your own for a minute, standing in your own power of independence. You bring it to a halt. You say, whoa, let's not do that again. Glad to see that card. The reason we're here, yes, that does feel like it. This is the devil. The devil is just simply, of course it doesn't feel simple, but it really is, because we all have the devil energies at times. This is just unhealthy behavior patterns. That's why we're here, because you started to act on it again with that Knight of Wands, to get back into let's build something, let's make plans with somebody. But then you brought in that energy of, no, I recognize this Page of Swords, I'm taking a closer look, I see it now, and this is the reason we're here. It's because it's been an unhealthy pattern of something that you've done. Very good. It couldn't be a better last card to confirm what that is. Really, really good work there, Taurus. Good work. Great work. Not just good, great. Because it's so hard. Why? Because it's been going on since way back when in your foundation. Whenever this behavior pattern started, again, I'm thinking it's probably childhood. You probably witnessed it, maybe in your parents or something that was around you, and it just became like, oh, that's what we do. When this doesn't work out, we go and we get into another marriage or committed relationship or something, even if it's not quite right for us, without examining how did we get to that place in the first place, or what can we do to grow and get ourselves to a different place and making a better choice, a better decision, taking masterful action. It looks like you're doing it now. And it doesn't matter what age you are, it's never too late. And so when you start to feel that rush of, oh my gosh, I got to do it, I'm in a hurry. No, you don't have to be, because one, our work never ends. If we don't get it done in this lifetime, we get it done in the next lifetime. This is how we evolve. It's just all part of it. So you're doing the work, you're looking, and it's hard. It's hard. You call in strength. It's hard. This whole row is showing the path that you are taking and what you're examining and looking at. Let's close it off with an oracle card from the Dark Light Oracle by Carol Ann Eskenazi. That's a great last name, Eskenazi. It makes me laugh every time I say it. All right, let's take a look. The Dark Light Oracle Spirit, what special message do you have for our Taurus friends from the Dark Light Oracle today? Whoever's going through this energy in their life, what do they need to know, please? There it is. It's called Rest. Yes. Beautiful. Rest. Come and hear my lullaby. Rest. It's card number 24. It'll have a paragraph for me to read. Stick around. This is where the message is. This is what Spirit wants you to know. You have been too harsh on yourself lately. You are exhausted, poor thing, and your body is burning. Come close to me. Slow down. Lie down. Close the door to the hectic world. In my peaceful place, time has stopped. You can take a moment of rest. I'll make sure that no one can disturb you during this gentle retreat. There are things you need to think about, but you will only be able to think them through after a real moment of repose. You will then view them in hindsight like you would observe a forgotten photograph that can no longer hurt you. And here's an affirmation they offer for you to say. Here it is. I offer myself a true moment of rest. Welcome sleep, solitude, and calm reflection are now my priorities. I give myself space to recover and regenerate. Yes, love it. Very congruent, wonderful advice for your reading. Good. That's what we have for you, Taurus. Please consider liking and subscribing if you haven't. And thank you to all the subscribers who have jumped on recently and commented. I really appreciate you. Thank you so very much for supporting the channel that way. And it helps to give us some traction to really get off the ground here and reach more people, and I appreciate that so much, and so does Spirit. So thank you for being here. I look forward to reading for you next time. Take care, guys.